Whoo, wait, hold on. Now, we're just over here having a thing while Chloe's going through her situation. But hold on, Leo. Let's have this real talk since we live all the way live. Mixed with what? Talk to me here. How come I didn't know about this?
Hey, does it work now?
Holy shit, there she is.
Holy fuck, it works.
You know what? You deserve a little bit of this right here.
Hey,
Good job,
took a
Pumpkin.
while, but I
Good
made it
job,
work.
Pumpkin.
Whew. My mom would not be proud of me right now.
I mean, I feel like, look, I'm not going to sit here and stereotype people, but I feel like technology
Hey,
should be something you're good at.
hey, I'm half Asian. I'm shit at math, so breaking stereotypes since day one.
I mean, hey, you know what? I love it though. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to let people know that it's not always what they think they know. They have to get involved and
This
learn
is
some
very true.
things.
I think I'm
So,
more white than I am yellow.
I mean, I guess it depends on the day, huh?
This is true.
So
Right,
what's up,
now that
bro? How are you?
I've accomplished connecting to the interwebs.
Hey, baby steps. You know what I mean? We all of our journeys are different. Some take longer than others. We get there when we get there.
So how's life? What's
Life
new?
life is okay. Life is okay. I mean, we live down the street from each other, pretty sure, and I haven't seen
This
you
is
in
true.
ages. But how are you? Let's
I'm
start there.
good.
How are you?
I'm good. I have
Good.
my days.
Don't we all? Don't we all? I mean, especially current situation, current industry, current
Oh
city.
my God.
We do. Um, but let's do this. There's far more people on here that know you than know me. But why don't you tell us who you are so that we all know who we're speaking with?
Okay. Um, Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm half Irish and I'm half Thai, and I've been in Dubai for 7 years now. Um, what else?
I mean,
That's my
anything you
general
want to share is anything
introduction.
you want. That'll work for me. So,
Uh,
so who's Thai and who's Irish?
Okay, so my mom's Thai. She's
Mm,
from northeast of Thailand. She's actually not 100% Thai. She's also got Laotian and Cambodian mixed with her. My dad is Irish. He's also, see, sometimes I'm not entirely sure if he's 100% Irish or if he's half Israeli, like we've been told, or something,
that's
something. So
that's out of
I
left field.
no, so I could be completely my ethnicity could be a complete muddle of God knows what.
You are a plethora of ethnicities.
Yeah,
You're like a gumbo.
a what?
A gumbo? Do you not?
Oh
Are you
yeah,
not?
yeah.
I was
I
gonna
I
say,
do
please
know
tell
what
me
you
you're
mean. I
familiar with
was like,
gumbo.
what? I am familiar with it. Yes,
Yes, I mean you spend enough time in the States.
yes, I have. Yeah.
You know what?
So,
Actually, let's talk about that. So
mm,
where are you? Where do you call home? Where are
oh
you from?
jeez, oh Jesus, this is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
um, so I was born in Thailand, and then due to my parental's occupation, we were brought up around the world. So home was always where my suitcase was. I could be living in a hotel and I would still say I'm going home.
Fair. See, what people don't know is her parents are actually Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is why she traveled a lot. So that's
Undercover with
she
many
she can't tell you any
nationalities.
more information than that. So don't ask. Those are not questions you're allowed to ask. But her parents are Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Just know that to be true. Um,
Uh,
Amazing. Yes. So at one point, I found out that you were a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers because of time spent in Pittsburgh, or just because of what was the situation there? Why
it
the
was
Steelers of all the teams?
it was time spent in Pittsburgh, and also I started watching football like years ago. So my brothers are athletes, they all play basketball. So that was a mandatory subject. I still don't really understand the game, nor do I know the names of the players. I know what you're generally supposed to do and not supposed to do. Um, but then I like contact sports and basketball or even soccer. You know, they trip you and they fall and they start crying like little babies. So
Talk to him. Talk to him.
I do boxing, I do Thai boxing. I like watching MMA. I like contact sports.
Mm.
So American football was there. And then at the time, I don't like the Dallas Cowboys.
No one does. No one likes the Dallas Cowboys.
I saw the other ones. You shush, Stefan. Um,
Well, there's that.
so yeah, I watched the game in Pittsburgh and I really liked it. And black and gold are kind of my colors, so we just went with that.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm with it. Look, I went to school in Pittsburgh. I have a lot of friends and people that are basically family in the area, so I can relate. I'm still going to be a Bills fan through and through all the time. That will never ever change, but I can at least appreciate the Pittsburgh Steelers, and those that, you know, like a little bit of football that aren't from the States, I think is pretty impressive as well. Um, jumping into the mixed kids club segment, if you will. When, after bouncing around, did you realize that you weren't necessarily like everybody else?
I think that's as soon as I might. So, generally speaking, most Asians are very racist people. If you're not Asian, they have a word for it in Thailand. It's farang, which is basically it's guava.
Your
Yeah,
guava?
they call white people guava. That's the word. That's the literal translation of the word. So
Okay.
I don't really look Thai, and so I was constantly called white person as a kid. Um, and then when I was really young, having a halfie wasn't a normal thing.
I get
And
it.
in Southeast Asia, especially if you're a half kid, then normally, or what was it called? What was the normal thing at the time was your mom was a working girl.
Oh.
Yeah. So people would either call my mom that, or they would think that
Uh,
she's our nanny
oh.
because it was unfathomable that a normal Thai person could marry a white foreigner.
She's just breaking all the rules, huh?
Yeah. It only got normalized when I was like 12 or 13 when there was just like a boom of mixed kids in Asia that they started doing all the modeling and all the acting and all the superstars were like halfies. So then
Mm,
it was all cool to be half Asian, half Western. But
interesting.
growing up as a kid, you get bullied like you're not Thai, so they don't really accept you. And then
Yeah,
if you go to Ireland, like I don't look Irish at all. I stick out
not
like a
so
sore
much.
thumb.
Yeah.
No, and I don't sound it. So they think I'm American and that Thai people or in Asia, like if you don't see my face and you just hear me talking, the first question I get is, "Oh, from where in the States are you from?" I'm like,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah. And I
So
mean, being from the States, I first time I heard you speak, I was like this, huh, you're not from America though? Okay, fair enough. You're not from America. That's interesting. You sure sound like it. Um, but that is, it's a different dynamic. Uh, and I guess it just comes from wherever you're from, that the majority of the people in the area that you're from don't accept you as the minority, because even in the States, you know, the white people would look at you and be like this, I mean, you're not one of us.
yeah,
You're for lack of a better term, you're polluted. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like there's something else in you that makes you less than this. And then from through my experiences on the black side, and not with family or close friends, but just the general community was you can't fully relate because you're not fully one of us.
Yeah.
Um, so it's interesting that that stigma, that idea, unfortunately translates around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's out of all the things we would like for the world to understand and globally recognize, that's not one of them.
Yeah.
Um, that is very interesting. That and now it, I'm of the understanding, and as you've mentioned, that Asian communities, they're a tough community
There.
in general, in as far as acceptance.
Yeah.
Um, they're kind and polite people, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to embrace you as one of their own if you're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll always be the the foreigner.
Yeah, the outsider.
Yeah. Like I think they
That's
accept my dad more than they do the than they do me.
that's an interesting thought. Well, now, why do you think that might be?
Um, he's so my dad, both my parents actually, their personalities. So Thai people are very non-confrontational, but at the same time, they're
Where did you
very
come from? I'm just kidding.
exactly right. I was going into that. It's like they're non-confrontational, but me, I don't shy away from confrontation. But then at the same time, they're very, what's the word? So they don't have a nice and gentle way of saying, if someone puts on a little weight, they're like, "Oh, you look healthy," or you get a tan. There's, "Oh, you got a tan. You look good." Whereas in Asia, you gain weight, it's you got fat.
I see you've been eating well.
It's not even that. It's did you get fat? It's the literal translation of the question they will ask you.
Just right to the point, huh?
Or if you get a little bit of a tan, there's no word for tan. It's just did you get blacker? Which is like you can't really say this to people.
I mean, apparently.
So yeah,
It's and now for I don't know for those that do know or don't know, again in most unfortunately in most communities and cultures, darker people are not
yeah,
necessarily looked upon as the better people. They're looked upon as either the workers or the poorer
yeah,
folk because they're outside in the sun working in the
yeah,
fields.
yeah.
So I know that's a thing with the Asian community as well as many other communities, but
Oh, oh no, like they don't think getting a tan is a good thing. They
yeah,
think
no,
the whiter you are and the more sickly you look, the better off you are.
just out here looking like porcelain. That ain't cute.
Yeah. Like try go find some moisturizer that isn't whitening and brightening and beautiful ghostly skin. They
Bro, I'm
even have
telling you,
one that's like for pink, it's called Pink Fairness. I don't know, but it's a thing.
I yeah, I'm not even sure what to say to that. Uh, I if you for a very long time, I was always confused when I saw Asian people with umbrellas in the sunshine. I was like, it's not raining. I don't understand what's going on. Why do you have an umbrella out? It's 80 degrees and the sun is shining. I couldn't grasp the concept. And it wasn't until I probably was in my 20s before I really asked somebody. I was like, what is this? Like I would see it and I'd be like, I'm not sure what's going on, but that's ridiculous. And then finally I was like this, someone please explain to me why people have umbrellas. I don't understand. And when I was told the actual, I was like that's horrendous. That's
Yeah,
so unfortunate. But I mean, it's not exclusive to the Asian community, as far as, you know, people judging people on skin tone. That's for damn sure.
Oh,
So, I mean, that's meh. Um, yeah, that's a deep dive. That's a deep dive. What was there ever a time for you that you weren't comfortable with who you were, or you felt some type of way? Like, were people's opinions starting to wear on you? Did you start to feel like maybe I am this or maybe I'm not that? Or was there ever a situation that you went through that was similar to that?
mm, no, it never really bothered me because I knew that, well, mom's Asian, my dad's white, I'm a mutt, and neither parties are going to fully accept,
Mm,
you know, who I'm never going to be fully one or the other.
hmm.
So, it didn't really bother me. I never had any problem with it or struggled with it growing up. What does annoy me is that when you tell people you're half Thai and half Irish, they're like, "Oh, so do you relate more to one or the other?" I'm like, no.
That is a very common question through the conversations I've been having, and just in general in life, is people always just assume, well, which one are you more?
Yeah,
And
like,
it's not, it's I'm not more or less of either. I'm
yeah,
both, and this is my representation of what both is.
yeah,
This is this side of me. In your case, this is the Thai side of me and the Irish side of me coming together, and this is what it looks like. This is who I am. i'm
yeah.
i'm both. I'm not, yeah. That's always been my thing too, because people like this, so like, do you feel like more black or do you feel more white? I'm like this. What?
What is that?
No.
How is that even a question?
What, I don't know. What is that? Stop it. You're being
Uh,
stupid. Stop it.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
that. And you know what, it's, I guess it's not necessarily fair to say it's stupid, because if you don't know, you generally don't know. So it's more ignorance than actual malicious stupidity.
yeah,
But yeah, man, it's not a choice of which one I feel. I am both all the time, every day, 24/7, and this is how it is represented through who I am. Just
yeah,
like, you are both all the time, and this is how you represent that.
yeah.
What did your family, your extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins on either side, was there ever any animosity? Did they welcome you with open arms? Was it, oh great, a new cousin or a new niece, or how was that scenario for you?
Um, well, my Irish side, one of my uncles is also married to someone who isn't Irish.
Mm,
So, so for them, they have no problem. Like they're not bothered. It doesn't affect them. More nieces and nephews, more cousins. They never had a problem with that. My Thai side didn't have a problem with them. It was more we were trophies or like fancy things for them because
oh, look at our shiny new kids.
yeah, like look, our sister or our relative has halfies as kids. She married a white guy. She has
Oh, she's winning.
mixed kids. Yes, that's a thing in Asia. It is a thing in Asia.
Oh,
So
you got you a white man. Good job, girl.
yes, that is how it is in Asia, unfortunately. So when we were kids, when we would visit my Thai family, we were just taken everywhere and paraded around, be like, "This is my niece and my nephew," and we're just like, "What?"
I mean, it's funny to talk about, but not really. I mean, that used to be the thing in the States. You talk to, what is it, 80s, 90s, bruh? Black dude gets him a white woman, he's winning.
Yeah, oh,
Oh, you
yeah,
got
yeah,
you a white girl, bro? You made it. You're a
yeah.
celebrity now. And
But
it's,
the sad thing is, like, it's still that way in Asia. Like, they will even just conversations with girls who are younger than me, they want a Western or a European husband, boyfriend, so that they can have mixed babies because there's a thing that mixed babies are all beautiful. I'm like, they're not, but okay, we'll let you think
hey,
that.
first of all, we're fantastic looking. Okay, we are fantastic looking.
True, but not everyone gets the good mix of genes, you could You get one plus or one minus, and you never know what you're gonna get.
Hey,
Plus, it
I stand by the statement that at least from birth to about 2 years old, all mixed babies are beautiful.
this is true. This is actually true. And then
I mean, like beautiful
life
babies.
takes over, and you just
Hey,
gotta go
life
with it.
happens. Life happens. Some of us aren't as lucky. I'm just saying, we got to deal with what we got to deal with, right? So we get the short end of the stick. I don't know. Some of us lose our hair. Things happen. Things happen in life. What to do? Um, so in your experience then going through this situation, you said people are trying to find themselves white spouses because that means they've come up.
Yeah.
What has your global dating experience been like in the world? Um, does it change from city to country, acceptance wise, or is it not a thing anywhere? Is it a thing everywhere?
Um, I've noticed that uh so it wasn't a big well, okay, in Asia it's a big deal. Like foreigners and Westerners, they go there. Um, there's a lot of people who go to Thailand looking for an Asian girlfriend or an Asian wife.
Trying to get you a mail order bride. Let's go.
Yellow fever is rampant.
Let's go.
Um, and I've not personally experienced it in Asia because I don't really hang around those areas. I know it's there, but I don't go there. Whereas coming to Dubai, I've actually had way more. I've seen it and had it like right in front of me a lot more. Like people
Hmm.
will come, they'll start talking to you and be like, "Oh, you're half Thai. I love Thailand." And it's like I only date Asian girls. I'm like, okay, that, that's great. I'm not one of those.
I'm not that. I'm not what you're looking for.
I'm not what you're looking for because they have I'm not sure if it's the skin color, the idea. Like honestly speaking, Asian women are not timid and shy. They are vicious creatures. But they have an idea that they're meek and quiet. They won't, argue. They're small, they're petite, they're exotic. And then you meet me.
Hey, tell him, Chloe. Tell him the truth, Chloe. Tell him
Just
the
like,
truth. Let the people know.
just like,
They will
look,
cut you. They
they
will cut
will.
you. They will
They're
cut you.
scary.
They will poison you in your sleep. Let's go. Talk to the people, Chloe.
If you're on your phone when she's beside you, I've seen this firsthand with my brothers. He's texting me, and she's like, "Who are you texting? Why are you texting a girl? Why aren't you paying attention to me?" Like, because, hello, calm down.
Hey, you know what I mean? People need to understand the reality. Living in a fantasy world is lovely, but people need to understand the reality. And the truth is, not all things are cracked up to be what you think they are.
No. But it is a big thing in Dubai, especially in the industry we're in. I see it on a daily basis.
Mm, mm.
Older gentlemen, young Asian women. I mean, they could be in love, you never know, but
I mean, they could be in love with each other. They could be in love with the purse he just bought. They could be in love with a lot of things. There could be love there.
there could be. There could be. We're
We
not
don't know
gonna
what
lie
where
about
the love
this.
is directed, but there could be love there.
There could be love. There could be. Yeah.
There could be love there. You know, it is. I've lived in Vegas. I've lived in LA. I've lived in Seattle, and all three of those cities have a very high
Very
Asian
high.
population.
Yeah.
Um, and specifically for me, my first experience with Seattle was a lot of tech and computer,
Hmm.
khaki wearing, flannel shirt having white dudes with like these very exotic, and I don't mean exotic because they're Asian, but I mean exotic Asian looking women. Like they were the most. And I was like, this
Yeah.
dynamic of this very meek, humble, very vanilla, basic white dude, and for lack of a better term, this stereotypical porn star looking girl who happens to be Asian combination, and you would see
Yeah.
them walking down the like you see this couple
Hmm.
walking down the street like every eighth, ninth, 10th couple. I'm like this.
Yeah.
How is there so many of these couples go? Like this is it's mind blowing
Yeah.
that and that was that was something I noticed in Seattle, and I was like this. I've never seen this before, but this is really this is it was just odd to me, and now it seems like that was the victory.
Yeah.
They were like this got me a white man.
Yeah. Got a white boyfriend. Like, um, it's a thing. It's a thing to be very proud of that, and their families will actually encourage it.
You know, I mean, hey, some families encourage go get you a doctor, and that's what they're shopping for, right?
Yeah.
That's not better or worse, right? If you're still pigeonholing yourself into
You want
a
to,
specific category,
yeah.
you know, you could be missing out because you're alienating all these other categories to make that category based on occupation or race
Yeah.
or any other superficial thing is never a good idea. Um, but that is very interesting. That, so many different questions come to mind and so many different things. Because I mean, in all fairness, this element is very foreign to me because I can speak comfortably on black and white.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I know. That's what I'm familiar with. I can't speak knowledgeably on the Asian experience because I have no idea. So all of this is enlightening and educating, and it's either confirming or debunking different stereotypes or ideas that I might have had or anyone else might have had that's paying attention. Um, so it's just essentially a quick little thank you in the middle of the segment because I appreciate you being here and having this conversation. There's that. Um, but so I want to talk more about you and your life and your just general stuff. You know, your travels and whatnot. Now, you formerly were part of the Emirates crew, and you've been
Yes, I
fortunate
was.
enough to travel all over the world, is
Yep.
my understanding. Um, hence the Tyrish adventures.
Formerly.
Um,
Formerly.
a lot less adventuring going on
It's been a
currently.
year.
A lot less adventuring going on currently. You know, the adventure now is from the couch to the fridge, but
Yes.
you know,
Hey, that's the best adventure of the day sometimes.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, look, we all know that there's a food fascination, right?
Oh, yes.
And I think one of the my first experiences with you, I guess I should say, or about you was the chicken wing video.
Spicy chicken wings.
Bro. So, I mean, as you're housing these chicken wings because you're not afraid of spice. Spice
No.
is not something that you're opposed to. You spicy is okay. And you're housing these chicken wings, and obviously, again, from Buffalo, New York, we invented the chicken wing literally.
Yep.
So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. And I, I was just like this. I need to talk to this human because I I appreciate what I'm seeing in this video as a food person and as just a human being. I need to know more about this human being, and that was right around the time we were hiring you anyway because that was the catalyst for me even being uh, exposed to the video. But tell me more about your food adventures. What are some foods in life you that you enjoy like unequivocally? What are some of your favorites?
Some of my favorites. Chicken wings.
Shout out to chicken wings.
Um, Pasta. And I do miss, like, the one thing I miss from the States is the massive seafood pots that you can get, especially in Seattle.
Yeah,
I love seafood. When you just go to
yeah.
the table and they bring you like a kilo, 2 kilos of seafood, dump it on the table, and you just eat it with your hands, that's the best.
Yo, if you ever make it to Vegas, hot and juicy, go there. That's exactly what you're looking for. hot and juicy crawfish in Las Vegas. It's on Spring
Oh my
Mountain.
God.
I'm trying to
Louisiana
tell
has
you,
some good ones though.
of course, well, I mean, obviously they do. You go to New
So
Orleans
South
and
Carolina.
you
Oh
just go
yeah.
get
Their
pots and
food is
pots. Again,
amazing.
back to gumbo.
Pots and pots of crawfish.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
Sorry. Sorry. Um, now tying this into the conversation, what are some of the foods on either side of the cultural spectrum of yours that are some go-tos, or what are some things that you're like
Um,
this? People talk about it, but no, we don't do that.
so Thai food, everyone talks about green curry and pad Thai and what else is there? Green papaya salad. We eat green papaya salad on a daily basis. Like my mom and I will eat that 3 times a day, but we don't eat the white people version of it.
I'll talk to them.
There's there's like a list of different ways to make it, and the way we eat it is what is it? There's rice noodles, there's extra chili, so you can put more seafood in. And generally speaking, I wouldn't advise tourists to try it because they might end up in the hospital the next day.
Is it that spicy or is it
It's that spicy and it's street food.
ah if you're
So,
if your stomach's not used to it, your stomach's not used to it.
yeah, you're just gonna have problems.
The
And
BGs, and I ain't talking about staying alive.
no, no. Mango sticky rice, Thai people don't really eat that.
Uh-oh.
No. Like it's there, but we have so many other desserts to choose from. But most of those are not really known to the Western culture because they just know mango sticky rice or
I
grilled
mean,
chicken and sticky rice.
my basic
Or
ass, I'm gonna let you know, I think mango sticky rice is delicious. So there's that, but I guess that just makes me basic. So
yeah, in Thailand that would just make you a basic white bitch.
it's like this. Oh, you tourist as fuck, huh? Like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yo, then you got to
Sorry.
put me on. Okay, can we get you to put
The,
me on to some really dope Thai desserts?
there's a whole world out there of Thai desserts that a
I
lot
know,
of
but I'm
people
I'm
are
I'm,
missing
I'm
out
speaking
on.
to you.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying you
yeah.
got. I need
I
you to
just
put me on.
I have to find. I found one place that has a few. Um, there's Streetery in JLT. They have a few of the Asian options, and also they
Hmm.
have Thai food is that tastes like street food because their chef is Thai, so she knows how
Okay,
to do it right.
so Streetery's
Um,
legit.
Streetery is legit, yeah,
Okay.
and it actually looks like an Asian food hall.
Hmm. Oh,
So
I've been. I like it.
that
I've
place I
definitely
love.
been. I do
Yeah,
like it there. I just want to make sure. Okay, so that's if I'm going there, I know I'm getting some legit Thai
yeah,
food.
it's actually good. Let's see. What else do like green curry? We don't really eat green curry because we have the boat noodles and all the other soups that we prefer to eat. Because green curry for Thai people isn't really spicy. We usually order it if there's a white person present at the table. So, like, yeah. And the curries range. It's the same in the States. You know, every state has their own dishes and
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
foods. So it's the same in Thailand. Like each province and it will go from spicy to spicier the lower you go. So
So the South is where it gets spicy
the
spicy.
South has some really good food though.
Okay,
Yeah. And
noted.
everything has fish sauce. It's delicious.
Which is the worst smelling thing on the planet, yet somehow is so incredibly delicious.
Well, okay, wait. Have you smelled durian?
No.
Okay. If you ever make it back to Thailand, you gotta smell durian. And
Okay.
then tell me if fish sauce or durian tastes or smells worse.
Oh God, it's worse? I thought you were gonna tell me it's better.
No, to me and my family, durian smells like fruit of the gods, okay? It's delicious,
Okay.
it tastes like custard. However, to a vast majority of people, including my dad, it smells like socks,
Bro,
like
fish
damp
sauce smells like sweaty
socks.
armpits. Like it's so gross to smell.
It's
It's
delicious.
it's
Fish
so
sauce is
good. It's
delicious.
so delicious, but it smells like it smells like anger. Like that's what anger smells like. It smells like it's so gross. Oh,
I cannot relate. I think it smells delightful.
oh man. Nah, nah, we're just gonna go ahead and disagree on that one. Now on the flip side, enlighten the people because as much as I want to believe that Irish people only eat potatoes and drink Jameson, there
Oh
has to be
God.
more than that.
Okay, well, Irish people do drink Jameson and we do drink Guinness on a daily basis. That's just a staple. But if you've lived in Ireland or visited Ireland and you've dealt with the weather,
You understand why?
then you will understand why. There's a pub down every road. Um, Food is very similar to the UK food. Stews, potatoes. Like, I'm not gonna
Just
lie, potatoes
your
are
face when
amazing.
you said it, your face when you said it pretty much said everything I needed to know about it. You're like, it's
It's
like UK
it's
food.
really not that fascinating. The food is really not that fascinating for me personally because I've been exposed to food from around the world. So my flavor palette is not going to be satisfied by beef stew.
Correct.
Um, it's good though when it's made with Guinness. Then it's a good beef stew.
Okay. Okay, a little splash of Guinness in the beef stew, and if you're
Yep.
feeling froggy, maybe more than a splash.
Yeah. So that's good. Um, but I find the food there very heavy. It's like keep you warm during the winter food. But
Keep you
I do
warm
love
during the summer food because it's still cold.
yeah, that too. I do love potatoes though, in all shapes and forms and every style of cooking.
Okay, shout out to carbohydrates and starches.
Carbs are life.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
people
love
who
it
feel like
when
carbs are the enemy, we can't be friends.
no. I love it when people tell me they're trying to stay off carbs to lose weight, but then they eat equal amount of sugars. Like I can go through a bar of chocolate, not gonna lie, but I know it's sugar.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, you
Bar,
have the
bar,
world's worst sweet tooth.
yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? A bar of chocolate. You said that was an accomplishment. That's called an appetizer.
And then they tell me they're trying to stay off rice. I'm like, no, no, you should be eating the rice and just not eating the chocolate like me.
Yeah, no,
So
yeah, my sweet tooth is serious.
it's
In
fine.
case anyone wants to ever send me gifts, just send
Send him
chocolate.
chocolate.
Just send chocolate. It's
Uh,
it is what it is.
so yes. But let's say, okay, so you've tried green curry, you've tried
Mm,
pad thai, you've tried, of
hmm.
course, mango sticky rice.
Yes.
What have you tried that you would consider something that isn't normal Thai food?
I don't
Hmm.
know. And for the simple fact that in the moment, if someone's telling me, here, try this, I just say sure, as opposed to actually asking what it is or getting, the background on. I have no problem trying things, and I'm a
Hmm.
big fan of food and different styles of food and different. I appreciate learning cultures through food.
Yeah.
Um, so there are definitely times where I mean I've eaten all different kinds of foods and I couldn't tell you the name of half of it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why when you asked the question, name me some of the things. I'm like this. I don't know. There was the one
You
dish
don't
and it had the
know.
thing and the stuff. I don't know.
It
I
was
don't know.
covered in chilies.
Yeah, look, it was kind of spicy. There was rice noodles involved, and there was a sauce, and I loved it. What do I do there? You know
Yeah,
what
okay. That makes sense.
I mean? So I'll have to pay more attention next time, and I'll get back to you with a full report. But yeah, for the time being, I'm kind of lost on that one. I apologize. There's probably peanuts involved. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with Thai food. There's peanuts and everything. There's fish sauce and everything. There's coriander and everything.
Uh-huh.
There's chilies and everything. And yeah, if you don't like those things, then you're not gonna last in Thailand.
Yeah, it's just not gonna work.
No, because literally every sauce they make has peanuts.
Hmm.
And if you
Hmm.
tell them no peanuts, then they get really lost.
Wait, what do you mean? No,
Yeah,
I don't understand. I don't
yeah.
understand. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting how you assume people that have actual peanut allergies find a way to have Thai food, no?
They do, but their food is very boring.
Shit's weak.
Because I can't imagine a life without peanuts. That would suck.
All I'm saying is, if anybody was only kind of paying attention to that statement or heard it off in the side and wasn't really listening, all of a sudden that's a completely different conversation. So, so there's that. So there's that. Um, Speaking of which, moving forward with the youth, now that we're taking it back to the kids, because, you know, the children are our future, says Whitney Houston. Um, what would you, knowing what you know now and experiencing what you've experienced throughout the course of your life, what would you have told 11, 12, 13-year-old you? What advice would you have given you saying, look, man, it's going to get better, it's going to get worse, watch out for this, stay true to that?
Mm, I don't actually. I'd probably tell myself to maybe try a little bit harder at math because I'm really bad at that.
You know, that's
Um,
that's that's frightening based on your occupation, but go on.
I'm just like, look, I'm sorry, my math sucks. Please help me with a calculator.
That's great.
This is like most people will be, they'll just see my face and they'll just be like, "Can you do the math? Like divide it by three?" I'm like, "No, I really can't. There's odd numbers in there. I cannot compute."
Divided by three. Don't let this fool you.
don't don't. And I even had one person, they were like, "Yeah, but you're half Thai, right?" I'm like, "Man, that's stereotyping. I'm half Asian and I'm the worst Asian there is. My technology is shit and my math is even worse." It's like, man, yeah, no. I need like one of those mini calculators with me at all time.
I mean, you got a phone. That's same, same.
Yeah, but it's not on me at work.
Good answer. Good answer. Good job, Stefan. I hope you heard that. Casca, if you're watching, that's it's not there. No phones at work.
I have no place to put it anyways. None of my clothes have pockets.
It's hard
And
to be
it's
a woman
very
sometimes.
and it's hard to hide a, big iPhone. Like where do you put that? It's a square. Where do you hide that?
I mean, not to mention you're a little human. You don't really have hiding places.
Exactly. No. So it's easier to just tell someone, please do calculations for me.
Just do some long division. We'll figure it out together. Anybody got a
Give me,
napkin and a pen?
yeah, do the carry it over like your mom teaches you when you're a kid.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
Oh, Chloe. Oh, wait. Who? Hold on. We got a question in here. Someone's trying to ask us something. Hold on. Who wants to ask us a question?
Someone says you gotta hold your breath in order to eat durian.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it. Ooh, no. The answer is never that. Is there a specific
No.
side you lean towards when it comes to your ethnic background or identity? Nope.
No.
Nope. The
No.
answer is no. I am who I am. I am as black as I am white. Uh, I I like Friends as much as I like Living Single. For those that get those television references, uh, I like hip hop. I like I don't I mean I guess I like pop, but I guess that's not even really true. I do like hip hop more than I like any other kind of music. But I guess all people like hip hop.
Not all, because some people don't understand it. But then My Spotify playlist will range from classical piano, and in the same playlist, it'll go to Kiss, and then Dr.
Yo,
Dre, and then it'll go to some really awesome country music. So it's very confusing.
that's the one thing. As much as I do enjoy all kinds of music, except for the most part, 95% of country does not resonate with me. There will always be a couple songs that I'll be like this, oh, okay, that's what's up. But generally, country doesn't resonate with me. Um,
They are just
being,
love songs.
I get it. It's just, audibly, it doesn't compute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not
But
everyone's cup of tea.
no, but I mean, hey, I'm an 80s baby, right? I was born in 81, so I'm still all the way in with Metallica, Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
Nirvana. You're catching me with all that. I mean, so when it comes down to that stuff, I know lots and lots of lyrics to lots and lots of songs, and people be like this, you know that song? Like, why wouldn't I? It'd be like, my dad used to listen to Metallica. My mom used to listen to Anita Baker. That's just how things work sometimes. My
Yep.
dad also listened to Digital Underground, and my mom is a big fan of like Steely Dan. It's just, you get what you get.
Yeah.
Um, and I disagree. I know you are not maliciously stupid. This is to the comment earlier. It is not maliciously stupid. Like I said, I feel as though people just don't understand because they don't understand. They haven't experienced it. It's not
Yeah.
something you don't. I don't lean. And to be fair, I cannot speak for every other mixed person in the world, clearly. But for
Mm.
the majority of the people I have spoken to, it is it is just a representation of when both cultures come together, whichever the two or multiple cultures, if you will,
Yeah.
because there are definitely people that are not just biracial but multiracial or multicultural. When you add all of these ingredients into the pot, sometimes it's going to taste like that, sometimes it's going to taste like this, and this is the representation of this mixture. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think I lean one direction or the other, and I've been exposed to both sides equally.
Yeah.
But I've just picked up, I personally have picked up lots of traits from both sides,
Yeah.
and they don't even necessarily have to be stereotypical traits. I've learned how to do bad things and good things and manage money and lose money and act this way and be proper and not from both sides of my family. I got all kinds of things going on both sides of my family, so there's that.
Yeah. And I have friends too who are mixed, but they speak English with a Thai accent, and they are very, very Thai in their personality and just, the way they are.
Mm.
So it really depends. Like, I even have some of my siblings, the way they are is way more Asian than I
Mm.
am. Like the way they talk, the way they act.
So then, are you? I don't. I hope this isn't something that's an offensive term. Are you considered whitewashed?
Um, I guess that would be the way to describe it. Like to
Like
them,
I don't,
I'm
because you're a
not
white
a,
person.
yeah, I am a white person. Like, I
That's
don't
that's
even
interesting.
look. But then when you tell people that you're half Thai and they say you don't look Thai, and then you say, yeah, but I'm also half Irish. They're like, but you don't sound Irish.
You just can't win.
Okay.
You're lying. You're not either of those things.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Mm.
what am I supposed to say now? Because if I told people I was like, I'm from the States, they'd probably ask what state I'm from, and then that's it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But then having to tell people that I'm half this and I'm half that, and then, but you don't look Thai, you don't sound Thai, and but how are you Irish? You don't look Irish. Who's Irish? And then you get all the questions because there's no possible way you can be half of something and then be this.
Does your just because I'm actually really curious, does your dad have a thick Irish accent?
Not thick, he did. Like it's still there, but it's calmed down a little bit because he hasn't actually lived in Ireland since he was 18.
Oh, fair. Now,
Yeah.
do you, because you obviously grew up listening to both your parents and their dialects and how they speak, can you speak in either accent? Is it possible to turn on, turn off, or is it just something like this? No, I sound like this. This is what I sound like.
I can speak in the Thai accent. I think it's hilarious. Um, but I cannot do the Irish accent. My siblings can. Like my brothers can do it perfectly, but I can't.
Are your brothers older or younger?
They're younger.
Interesting.
Yes. Well, I have one older, but the rest are younger.
And they just picked up on Dad's accent a bit better. Did they live in Ireland, or was it just something that they?
No, no, they watch Irish comedians.
Fair enough.
That's how they practiced it.
Okay. I mean, a lot of people either learn a language or begin to learn a language by watching, television from that
Yeah,
in that language. So they'll watch soaps or they'll watch cartoons or kid shows or stuff like that. So,
yeah,
I mean, I guess I get it. That's interesting that it was very specifically Irish comedians, but
yep,
hey, we all got to get a start somewhere.
yeah. But then what is it? The Thai accent's pretty easy. I think most people just know how they say ka. It's like a very exaggerated "ขอบคุณka." I'm like, Jesus.
I mean, there's that.
When people say that to me, I'm like, funny.
Because I bet you've only heard it once or twice. So yeah, there's that.
because because no, flying for 9 years of my life, I did not hear that every single day.
I
Oh,
mean, look, stereotypes exist for a reason, and if that's all people know and are exposed to, that's just their go-to.
they do, and like to be fair, the Thais don't exactly help it sometimes. Like they put on the accent because they know that's what people know. So
Just just pandering to the audience.
yeah, so you have the people in every country, in every culture. You have the people who live up to the stereotypes, and then there's people
Mm,
like me on the other side who just look at them like, why you do
just
this
def
to us?
just
Why
defy
are
them
you
with every
ruining
ounce of their fiber.
everything?
You just don't. This is the stereotype. I'm going exactly the opposite direction.
So like, this is why we cannot have nice things.
Basically, this is why we have nothing nice because you act like that.
Yeah.
Chloe, you're fantastic. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your time and
Thank you.
breaking of stereotypes and being a shining light in my afternoon and talking food and nonsense and what have you. You're a wonderful human being.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I'll get to see your face in person again soon. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. I'll just
The
have to come
last,
by work sometime.
what was the last time when you came by work? I think.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've. Yeah.
I think Martin was there
Well, yeah.
for
I
no
mean, he is.
reason.
He
It
has.
was
He has
just it
motivation.
was just part. He has motivation.
He's got motivation. I think. Yeah, oh man, the last time I was there, I think might have been when Cleo left.
Yes, it was a big going away party.
Yeah, yeah, I think that was the last time I was at Indochine at all.
Yep. Jesus, that's a long
Well,
time ago.
everybody from Indochine, I'm gonna come see y'all soon, I promise. Um, but yeah, you're a rock star. I appreciate you. Thank you for spreading the word of the Mixed Kids Club and letting people know what's going on in the world and defying stereotypes. Um, you're amazing, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye, kiddo.